Hi all, how are you going? How are we going? Welcome to another round of Redski's Righteous Readers Raw and Righteous as always. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing the main monthly for September and we are up to Scorpio. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising of that sign. This will be your September main monthly reading. They will be doing a full Celtic cross with clarifiers. Then we'll get into some inspirational messages for the month of September 2021, as well as find out a card from the Wiccan Oracle, but most importantly, a real piece that I do love to add is we'll find out what spirit animal is gifted to you for the month of September. So how are we going, Scorpios? It's been a weird year. I don't know how everyone else is coping with it, but yeah, it's been really weird. My Mars is in Scorpio and it was retro at the time, so, and it falls in my 8th house. So it's just been a bit weird for me, but we do love it. We do love it. And where would you be without your Scorpio placements? But this reading today will be very prevalent for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Also, don't forget when September comes to check out your connection spread, which is your love reading for the month of September. And that's where your Venus placement will be the creme de la creme thing to watch, okay? Now, without getting too far ahead of ourselves, let's kick it and find out what's coming in for Scorpio for September 2021. Let me warm up the deck and here we go. Alright, Scorpio, let's see what's coming in for your September main monthly. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like the content today. And thank you so much for joining me if you're new here especially, and if you're returning, thank you so much for doing so. So let's see what's coming in for Scorpio, please, my spirits and guides for September. We already have cards flying everywhere, so that's always a good sign. So I'm going to put these back in the deck, but I'm going to show you still anyway. 2 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles both in that upright. So this is really making a choice for wanting that fulfillment with security, family, home, just the whole shebang. Okay? Really being passionate and waiting and looking to receiving. So for Scorpio, please, spirits and guides, we're doing a full Celtic cross with Celtic cross of stand for please, spirit. Scorpio, September 2021. I feel like you think that you found something very important. Yeah. Alright. So that's time for Scorpio. Alright. Let's see what's coming in. Scorpio, please, spirits and guides. Let's go, Scorpio. Here we go, guys. Experimental placements of all cards. Okay, so the bottom underlying energy for this reading for September Scorpio is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We need more skill here. We're not putting it in. This is really about getting back to apprenticeship training and really head down, bum up, working your ass off to earn the Pentacles. When it's reversed, however, it's saying you're not doing this. You're really lacking in skill. You're not willing to move forward here in whatever you're using for monetary means and or gains here. So you're downright sick of it. You don't want to put any extra effort into it. If anything, you just want to actually move away from this perhaps, or just not put any effort into additional learning of it. If anything, you're pulling away from it. Find spaces. I love it. Alright, so you're currently coming into this reading, Scorpio, coming into September. We have the Judgment card first and foremost, major arcana, so this is very prevalent for you. Judgment's going to be made here. There's a real sense of needing to atone for things that have happened, forgive. There's a real sense of there's going to be things shed light upon as well, I feel. There's going to be a sense of you, and maybe even feeling like people around you need to stand up, need to accept, hold accountability, and be honest about situations, choices, etc. But you currently are in a real mind frame, Scorpio, of being very in that judgment mentality, passing judgment, making judgment calls here, atoning for that, maybe forgiving for that, repenting a lot for things past or currently happening to you. Because this is very highly prevalent, I feel, because it's you may be even going to try to make amends with things in the past, because this is always depicted with, people being risen up, from their coffins, their graves in the water, rising them up, the dead. So this is really bringing up maybe some past stuff or some sort of, dead situations here to make penance, make amends, make atonement to. But at the same time, is these things actually things you want to bring back into your current position, or are they best left to waste in the waters? It's all good when we separate from energies, and then we want to, fix or just end on a better spot than what we had previously, or whatever. But in doing so, you're bringing that energy, that individual, back into the current, and I'm seeing that maybe you're even making judgment calls on how and whether it's really worth rising this back up. Crossing obstacles, issues is that Eight of Wands. So this is communication and very swift at that. It could also be referred to as Cupid's arrows, love connections and things of that nature. But there is fast, very swift communication back and forth here. And this I'm seeing in this position, because normally this would be a quite favourable card, especially if you wanted some sort of communication here. But being in the crossings, obstacles, issues, this is what I'm seeing with that judgment. You might be rising up some things that you don't actually want in your current, and they may not want to go back where they came from. And they may be very communicative, or you may be sort of having to communicate with them. But this is very swift activity, like arrows being shot through the air. It's wands, so therefore it's fire energy. It's very passionate, it's very moving, it's very swift. It's very intense. Crowning this reading, hanging above everything that's happening to you in September, we have the Queen of Wands, but she is reversed. So this is someone that is not very honest at all, in fact extremely dishonest, a real liar, possibly a cheater too. So that's very infidelity, very unreliable, but most of all, she could not lie straight in bed. This is an individual that is extremely deceitful in the way of being untruthful. Even if you were to ask them point blank straight, did you do this, have, whatever, whatnot, they would look you straight in the eyes and say, no. With such, innocence, I guess you could say. But it's all bullshit. The foundation, the root of this reading, and this is really why we are here, the bone of it. Five Pentacles reversed, Scorpio. So this is talking about we have gone through some shit here, been pushed out in the cold, but we are looking for, we're standing up now from that situation, and we are moving forward with a hopeful outlook. We are dusting ourselves off, pulling up the socks, and saying, yeah, that was a bit of it. But we are now moving forward. So you are very set here on moving forward from this ruin, this desolation, I kind of want to say, whether it's financially or how, it's taken a big hit for you, Scorpio. You've really lost your placement here, maybe feeling very insecure too there with that energy. Past energy now leaving you, but still prevalent. The Hanged Man, this is a lot of sacrifice needed here. Really needing to go inside itself to ask the wisdom and the heart of, is this worth it? Because we are sacrificing a lot here. We're needing to sacrifice so much that you may be just feeling like you're hanging there dry. You know, also trying to attain that inner and outer wisdom to see between the lines and to understand the truth of the matter, not what's being told to you as the truth, or what you're, the real truth of pure wisdom in this situation. And this is the past energy. The future energy, what's coming in, is the Six of Pentacles, but it is inverted. A lot of Pentacle energy up in here. 2 Wands, 2 Pentacles, 2 so far, and 2 Majors. Hangman being a major as well. Now, future energy, 6 of Pentacles reversed. This is saying that you feel like there is not equal give and take here, especially with monetary means and or payment. You're feeling like there is a lion's share and you're not a part of it. You may be earning less than your counterparts in a certain position and or feeling robbed or not being paid your dues in the way of monetary, because you just don't feel like it is equal here at all. It's really one-sided, and you're not on the side that's getting the dosh, so to speak. The advice from Spirit here, and this is another Earth energy, Pentacle energy, therefore, advice from Spirit is the Knight of Pentacles, and it is again inverted. All Pentacle cards, this is the third one so far, and they are all inverted, guys. So, yeah. Earth energy for to sign 2, Scorpio. But the Knight of Pentacles, when it is inverted, is really being very freaking stagnant, because even when it's in its upright, the time frame for this baby is years. So he don't come in fast or swift. He rides a heavy-handed stag, real weighted horse, not made for speed, but or agility. It's made for pulling, hauling shit, real heavy earth for that matter. Actually, isn't it funny? But this baby in its upright don't come in too fast, so when it's inverted and on its head, it's really just non-existent, I want to say. It's very little sleep, guys, so sorry. It's being very narrow-minded as well, in general, so it's a real consensus of like a direction or indirection here, just not being very idle. That's the word I want to use, very just idle. It's running, but it ain't moving. Outsiders looking in their views, this is not necessarily what is actually going on, but it's their view of you. Okay? First, part of water. And it is a beauty, because it's the 10 of Cups. So this is saying that outsiders looking in at you, Scorpio, are seeing someone with the whole package. The family, the partner, the perfect home, all of this abundance, a lot of love, a lot of connection. 10s are completions of cycles, so they feel like you are the it all be all. Really, they could be feeling a little bit jealous of that fact too, because it's a real beauty. It's what we do like to see, and it's just the rainbow. It's just the icing as well on the cake. So I feel like others may be a bit jealous of you of that fact. Okay, Scorpio, so your hopes and or fears, you have the Strength card in reverse, Major Arcana again, and it's the sign of Leo. It is inverted, however. So this is really talking about lacking here. Feeling very weak, feeling very overpowered by outsiders or outside people forces. Feeling weak, timid, and really very demasculated, very put down. Just feeling very weak and lacking in strength, feeling very the wind's been really knocked out of you. So we're really feeling quite deflated. Outsiders looking in and seeing a lot of positives here. I'm seeing here in the energy, you're going through a lot of judgments, a lot of decision making, and things aren't really seeming very fair. And there is that overlying energy of someone being very deceitful, very cunning, that had potentially taken a lot from you. But you are looking hopeful. What's the outcome? 3 of Pentacles, more Earth energy. This is really championizing and being a master in a collaboration to make a masterpiece. So whatever you're doing for work or means, This could be a side hobby that's going to end up getting the extra dimension it needs to make a buck off. Or it's an idea that you're going to bring forth to a grouping or an individual that's going to pick it up, and you're going to collaborate here, and it's going to be something bloody brilliant. It's going to be a mastery, it's going to be perfection, it's going to be a one-off brilliant. But you've got to put some effort into it, because that Eight of Pentacles in reverse, unless you are so uniquely gifted with something that you just don't understand you've got, and you're just going to go hop and drop first. Because even the masters need to master. So I'm seeing that that's very interesting there, but we're going to clarify all of the placements now, and then I'll explain all of the meanings of the cards once all the cards are drawn. Okay, so let me warm up the deck and we'll see what's happening. Alright, Scorpio, let's clarify this reading, please. Spirits and guides for Scorpio September reading. And clarification, please, for Scorpio September reading. Clarify this reading for Scorpio. Alright, so let's check out this judgment where you are currently. Justice in the reverse, now that's interesting. Ten of Cups in the reverse. The Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups. Wow, that's enough for itself. Crossing obstacles and or issue, we had the Eight of Wands. So we'll clarify that card now. Eight of Wands, please. Right right here. So we've got the Empress. That's nice. Alright. Your crowning energy is the Queen of Wands, and she's reversed. She's a real bitch. So let's clarify that now. Ace of Swords in reverse. So that's interesting. Alright, so your foundation reading, we have the Five Pentacles in reverse. So we're going to clarify this energy now, please, Spirit. The Five Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Cups. What do you know? Past energy, we had the Hangman. Could you please clarify the Hangman's energy? The Four in reverse. Another major. Future energy, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Can you please clarify the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, please? Because of the Ten of Swords. Advice from Spirit, we had the Knight of Pentacles, and it is in the reverse. Can we please clarify the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse? Because the because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, because the Three of Pentacles in reverse, because the Hierophant, and the Six of Cups in reverse. Alright. Outsiders looking in, we have that Ten of Cups. Let's clarify, please, Spirit. The Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, with the Lovers in reverse. What do you know? Hopes and or fears, we had the Strength card in reverse. Spirit, please clarify the Strength in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse is the future energy. Good golly. And this outcome for September for Scorpio, please. Can we clarify the Three of Pentacles, Spirit? The Three of Pentacles. And that was because of Three of Wands. Two threes at the ending of this reading. Okay, underlying energy. Seven of Wands. Good Lord. Lots of battles here. Battles, but we are standing above our combatants, guys. We're making gains here. But we are also being slaughtered at first. It's just really feeling very, very much like we have to fight for everything we think, feel, want. Nothing's easy, it's not even that nothing's gifted. It's whenever you have an idea or a want or, idea, anything really, a passionate plea, it's met with a lot of overwhelming odds. It's ways needing to be fought for, is what I'm trying to get at. It's just not, make the decision after it comes. You've got to, to explain and fight and reason and all that shit. And getting the advantage though here, because you're standing above your combatants in the traditional deck, and you're looking down with them with wand sort of coming down toward So even though you got to fight for everything, you're standing above it and you're making gains here. You're getting up on it. So this is good. It's saddened that you must do that, but you're making gains. Let's start at games. We had a lot of extra cards coming through than what I would normally do. But I just don't feel the move to, piss off spirit right now because I just don't have the energy to really do that. So let's just go with it. So your current energy was judgment, okay? So like I said, needing to make atonements here, maybe bringing up some stuff from the past which was better left as was. Why? Justice in reverse, Ten of Cups reverse, Queen of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Now this is the story just in its own as long as the reading I've just given you. But I'll try to keep it as short and sweet while still giving you what you need. The Justice in reverse is saying that you feel there has been bias and or bigotry against you in a judgment, which is funny because your fucking card is judgment. So justice, when it's reversed, is saying an injustice here. Feeling like that you've been made an example of or that you've been wronged here. The next card we had, of course, was that Ten of Cups in reverse. So this is unfulfillment in a connection and or relationship, and it's breaking. This is needing to separate and depart. It is unfulfilled. There could have been lies here, scandal, like that Queen of Wands I was explaining before. But this is really a disjointment here in relations. Why? Queen of Swords. So we're going to have to use intellect over heart here. Really make the tough decisions. That is the needed thing, not necessarily the wanted thing. She always thinks with intellect, air energy, intellectual playing, communication, being straight to the point, cut to the chase, quick-witted as all hell, and you won't need to ask twice what she is thinking. Because if you aren't what she wants in her intellectual plane, that big ass nasty sword will just cut you away, cut you out. She don't give you no second chances here. And why the hell is all of this going on? Because the Two of Cups, a unionship and or connection of two coming together to make one. This is like it can be a contract, it can be a proposal, as in a engagement, or just a connection coming together as a relationship and or even friend-like. But it is a unionship of sorts, regardless. So, like I said, that was a bit of a mouthful. Now let's look at the crossing obstacles issues now. So the Eight of Wands with the Empress. Fast, swift communication, could be arrows of love as well. This is in the obstacles and or issues. Why? Because of the Empress. Now this is femininity at its finest. It's all about the mother, the nurturer, also regarding pregnancy. Isn't that amazing? So I'm seeing here that there is going to be some connection, swift activity, communication coming in regards to obviously a feminine energy, very in her fruitfulness, very in her time, and could potentially possibly be pregnant, which is not making you too happy, Larry. This is a really weird reading. Nevertheless, this could also be about you swiftly moving towards feminine energy, being very nurturing. But I don't see that that would really resonate here for most, because this is in the crossing obstacles and issue position. If it was in any other position, I would read it as such. But I'm just going to put that out there for you guys, because this is really saying that there's swift movement here towards at this feminine energy, this nurturer, this mother, this fertile in her glorious prime of life. Crowning the reading, we had that Queen of Wands reversed, and that was clarified by the Ace of Swords reversed. Good Lordsy. So this is an individual, the Queen of Wands reversed, who is a real liar, deceitful, and cheats and lies. Why? Ace of Swords reversed. It's want to promote a clouded outlook. This is something that is just not coming in the way it's meant to. Swords, sorry, I'm losing my voice for a sec. Swords is all air energy, so it's all about that again, that intellectual plane and or communication. But when the ace is reversed, it's saying that this is clouded, this is not coming in, or this is not something that we may want to completely and or at all invest in. This has been feeling like you're very embarrassed as well towards this individual, and feeling very destructive towards them. you feel a bit of hatred even. I want to say like borderline distasteful / hatred / yeah. And the Ace of Swords though in reverse says, no, I can't put this out there because this is interesting. It says problems with fertility, being perhaps infertile. So this person is not your Empress perhaps, or could be pretending to be, which is why the Empress is coming in, obstacles and or issues. This could be a falsified pregnancy. It's not going to resonate for everyone, and I know it's not the best of messages, but I have to read what I see, guys, and that's one line of what I'm seeing here for some reason, and I don't normally would read that. If you look back in my history, I wouldn't. Yeah. When these two cards are together and in this placement and inverted like this, that's what I'm feeling. Some crazy shit going on for Scorpio September, man. Foundation root of reading. Reason we are here, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Overcoming ruin here. We were left out in the cold, but we are overcoming it, having a hopeful outlook. Why? Because the Ace of Cups, something that we thought was going to be the seed of a beginning in a relationship. Something we had invested in, something we were very passionate about. And it's left us to a rack and ruin kind of situation going on there. Past energy leaving you now, but still prevalent for the reading. Scorpio, the Hanged Man with the Fool in reverse. Two major arcanas coming in past energy. So the Hanged Man is all talking about sacrifice, a lot of it, maybe too much of it, and also needing to really connect with your inner wisdom and or spiritual gifts. Why? Because the Fool in reverse, someone that is very neglectful, being very foolish, stupid though, not hilarious at all. In fact, being very neglectful of their responsibilities, being quite rude perhaps as well, and just not giving an A to the K at all about anything or anyone, being really rather ridiculous, being very irritating, childlike, I want to say, annoyance, really wanting wisdom about things that aren't as they should be or as they seem to be. Future energy, so what was coming in as we leave September for Scorpio, we had the Six of Pentacles in, it's inverted with the Ten of Swords. Ugh. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse is saying that you feel that you are not getting equal monetary and or means. You're being kind of a little bit robbed or not getting paid your dues. Why? Because the Ten of Swords in reverse, Ten of Swords. This is saying you feel absolutely backstabbed, absolutely used, absolutely deceived, and laid to waste by these individuals who are not paying your dues, who are not giving you what you deserve in monetary means and or gains, and they are literally backstabbing you and just taking you to ruin. Absolute annihilation. It's crazy storylines with the cards today, guys, for you Scorpios for September. It's going to be a hell of a month, you know. Let me know in the comments down below if it resonates, what resonated at all, and how you think I feel about it. Just don't give me slanderous stuff. I don't need that. Okay. So, advice from Spirit. Initially, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is so stagnant that it's idle, it's not moving, it's completely just almost non-existent. Why? Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Hierophant, sign of Taurus coming through, and Six of Cups in the reverse, which was your future energy. Yes, indeed. It's crazy. Three of Pentacles in reverse, which of course was your outcome as well, but in its upright, when it's reversed, is saying that you're being extremely sloppy, very mediocre, not doing what you do for monetary means to your fullest of gains, or even half-assing it. You're completely just bombing out here. This is advice from Spirit. The Hierophant. Okay, so Taurus now. This is talking about really needing to have a sense of understanding here. You know, the Hierophant depicting Taurus is a real energy of really being grounded. It's being very merciful though, very kind, being extremely forgiving, having a lot of forgiveness for others. being a real inspiration in some ways, being able to get others to see the glass half full when others would only see it half empty. It's having that capacity to have an idea and be able to make that shit happen, because they're so passionate about it, they won't allow it to just let the light go out. They can have a bit of an issue with clinging to things that are a bit outdated. They don't like conformity. They like it their way, and they're not willing to really change at all. It's their way or who, F off kind of situation. When you back that with the Six of Cups in the reverse, this is talking about new things coming in. Traditionally, it's upright. It would be talking about nostalgia of things in the past, but when it is inverted, it's talking about a new opportunity that is just about to come, but this may actually fail. So when we look in it in its fullness, because it is a bit to swallow and a bit to say, there is a lot of stagnant and idleness here, Spirit is telling you, and that's because you're not doing things to your fullness and or even half-assing them. You really need to be more understanding, forgiving and merciful here, because there is a new opportunity coming in, but if you don't change the way you're half-assing, not doing shit, you are going to fail at it. And this could be maybe a last-ditch attempt to maybe bring in some good fruition for you, Scorpio, of your own doing, rather than all this other outside influences that they're giving you some shit. Now, outsiders looking in, speaking of which, we have the Ten of Cups initially, so this is saying that outsiders looking in, not necessarily what's going on, but their view. Someone that's got it all. Happy life, happy wife, happy kids, happy home, happy, so much loved up shit in here. Why? Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups with the Lovers reverse. The Eight of Pentacles is saying, really, really doing whatever needs to be done to make it work. Racking up the pentacle through repetition of just doing it, just doing it, just doing it, just doing it. Hard-ass freaking work, hard-ass work, painstaking, making the biscuit, baby. Why? Yeah. Because the Nine of Cups, knowing that you can do it, and you'll be damned if anyone shows you up. The Nine of Cups is feeling very, very gloaty of self. I got it all myself. And I did it. And I'm going to drink in my bask of glory of the fact I did it. And why? Because the Lovers in reverse, sign of Gemini, because someone screwed you over. This is what even the outsiders looking in are seeing. So the basic storyline is that they saw someone that had everything, but then realizing that it was maybe you, or just so much work being put into this, that you end up realizing it wasn't worth it. You were doing it all yourself. That Nine of Cups is finding the fulfillment in yourself, realizing you don't need a counterpart. And the Lovers reverse, therefore, is saying that this relationship, or if you had the connection with someone else, that this is unrequited and or not needed. And you're going to realize all this through the month of September, or what the outside people looking in on you are seeing, should I say. Sorry. Hopes and or fears, we have the Strength card reverse side of Leo, clarified by the Six of Pentacles, again in its reverse. Just the future energy again. So, Strength card reverse, feeling very weak, feeling very amazed, like you don't have a leg to stand on, you don't have a roar, you are really feeling very kicked in the nuts. Feeling very, very exhausted, tired, you have no strength, you're very weak, very almost frail-like, and just can't do anything. Why? Six of Pentacles reversed, because you're not getting paid your dues again. Feeling like you're being Scrooged in the monetary means and or gains, and you feel like you can't speak up about this. You feel so overrun by others that you don't have the strength to speak up for your own self about this monetary means and or problem. You've got to find your voice, Scorpio. The outcome as we leave September, and we have 2 3s here. The Three of Pentacles backed by the Three of Wands. Now this is the most interesting part of the reading. Mastery, perfection, a collaboration here for complete and total brilliance. Why? Because the Three of Wands, we waited for this shit to come in, this opportunity. also, we waited to get our dues. Waiting for them ships to come in and coming in and making the master street, being the best, being it all. Oof. Man. But you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to work for it. This isn't going to be gifted to you. It's going to take a lot of foundational building and work. I do see all spotted amongst this reading, Scorpio, that you do have a relationship and or person and or connection, whatever how it resonates, guys, that is not good. And unless you release from this, even Spirit is telling you so as such, you're not going to have it. You're not going to get up on there. Because whatever they're doing, they're deceitful, crafty bullshit. It's staining you. And the fact that there's some bad losses here as well, and some real pain here, and a lot of ruin. There's a lot of ruin here. That 5 of Pentacles first, 10 of Swords, it's loitered throughout and spotted throughout this reading, guys. Alright, so now we'll get to the additional extras at the end. So this is your inspirational message for September. So firstly, we have share your gifts for Scorpio. Your creativity positively impacts the world. It's ripe with beauty and innovation. Everyone benefits from your art, especially you. Get to know your talent, inner muse. Nurture your vision. Your unique gifts are meant to be shared. Then we had play. Self-care includes having fun. Are you playing enough, darling? Do you have enough free time, or are you booked to the minute? Life goes by so damn fast, so make sure you have a blast along the way. Play connects us to our childlike curiosity and zest. When life feels too serious, toss aside your to-do list and make room for the stuff that turns you on. Go to the movies, have an adult slumber party, swing at the playground. You are never too old to go wee. Let the fun shine in and live a little or a lot. That's good advice, I would say. And it says to slow down. So when it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and perceptive in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush. At the end of our days, we won't care about our to-do lists. We wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. So don't wait. Slow down now. And I think that's really good advice, actually. Because what is it all worth at the end of the day? Not happy. Now let's get your Judgement card. Okay, so we have the Staff, which is all about stability. So Scorpio, that is really what this is about. Really, the stability and the security that you want for your future. Now the final piece of the puzzle for Scorpio, which is your spirit animal for the month of September. So let's find out. Okay, spirits and guides. Well, that was interesting. You had 2. And I feel like they might actually both be for you. So first we have the Walrus and the Camel. So the Walrus reads, remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. Okay? The Camel reads, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. So I'm going to read the full meanings of both because they are your cards for the month. It's not fair to skip anything just because you got 2. Alright, so we're going to go with the Walrus first, okay? So it reads as such. Signs and omens show up in the myriad ways. From the winds rustles of the trees that make it seem as if they're whispering to you, at a barely audible level to the rainbow that appears just before an event in which you're participating. When you're pondering any kind of question about your life's purpose, relationship, career, or even everyday concerns, such as weather, to actually take the vacation that you've been planning, You can ask Spirit to give you clear and specific signs. Then watch, listen, follow, and allow thoughts to flow. While you may not always get obvious, clear responses, more often than not you'll pick up on signs, cues through eyes, ears, and senses in your body, or thoughts that seem to come from out of the blue. You may even have vivid and remarkably lucid dreams that you can easily recall in the morning. Look for the unusual and repetitious. For example, if you hear something about the supermarket talking about Phoenix Auditory, spot a billboard advertisement with the word Phoenix promptly displayed visual, and then recall a period of time when you lived in that city, feeling a calmness and joy, which is sensations, and when you bring up that memory, which is cognitive, these are all clues. It can be about the city of Phoenix, Arizona, or it could be a subtle way that the spirit guide Phoenix is calling you, offering his help when you're ending one cycle completely and beginning the next one. As in the metaphor of the phoenix rises from the ashes, omens are perceived in 4 ways mentioned. If you don't get clear signs right away, keep your question or concern in your conscious for the next few days. Journal about everything you find significant and look for repetition. When you see an animal or a symbol of that animal showing up repetitively, it's more likely an indication that your spirit guide is present. Trust the signs and your discernment of them, and they're one significant way that spirit guides you along your path. And the next card, of course, we had was the Camel. Sometimes it feels like you're journaling across a vast, lifeless desert that stretches beyond the horizon with no end in sight. Try piecing across this seamlessly barren landscape before you. Your thirst for comfort and solace during these times can most readily be satisfied by looking to your inner resources. All the experiences you have had in your lifetime, the challenges you've successfully faced, and the wealth of knowledge that you've accumulated can be called on to not only cope with any type of adversity that presently itself, but to help you move forward with courage and determination, like strength. First, identify where you want to go, and then proceed slowly, steadily, and deliberately towards that objective. As you move along, cast away your fears, doubts, and hesitations wherever they arise, letting the 4 winds lift them up to the sun to burn away. Ease your mind and heart and know that all is well and that you're protected at all times. Call upon those helping spirits who have assisted you up to this point in your journey. You have what it takes and you will get through this. Good God. Spot on. Sing. Thank you so much for joining me, Scorpio, for your September, May monthly Red Skis Righteous readings, raw and righteous. Take it easy, guys.